Thank you, Steffi, for your very generous introduction. I heard it so many times, so at the end I will begin to believe in them. But it's always great to be here. The nice thing about going to Europe that you always hear discussion about what to do with data. And this sends us, the rest of the world, a good signal, like United States, China, and also little Israel, that we have enough time to continue to build our startups. So I like this division of responsibility. You discuss the data, we will be the startups, and this will be very, very good. And I'm not trying to offend anybody, or maybe I am, but I think that if, as a friendly observer from the outside, I may make one suggestion. In 1966, when I was a student, I went to work for the summer. They called it management trainee for a great European company called Marks and Spencer. I don't know how they are doing these days, but at that day they were like a major retail. They have done a lot of innovation. And when I came there, they were just after something they called good housekeeping. And what was the good housekeeping? They came to the conclusion that their procedures were too cumbersome. They had to do a lot of things with a lot of copies to keep a lot of papers. They had a lot of procedures that the staff had to study by heart, and they decided to try and cut as much as they can. So they moved, I think, 3/4 of this thing, and the company performed better. Maybe there is something to this very old management idea. This was just a friendly observation, and I hope you guys are not too offended. I would like to talk a little bit about building ecosystem and why some places are creating better ecosystems and some places are lagging behind. But before we do it, in order to get you into the right set of mind, all the male people in the audience which are not wearing jacket, can you stand for a minute? You, Peter, where are you? You should stand. You have no jacket. I'm not trying to offend you. I'm trying to. No. You have a jacket. Okay, sit down. But you don't have a jacket. You should stand. Good. So we have about 10, 15. I think I rested my case, but I will try to elaborate on it. Can I ask all the other people with jacket just for the next 10 minutes, take your jacket off, because it will. No, really, take your jacket off. Nothing will happen to you. I realized the first time I asked it in Germany that to ask in Germany people to take their jacket off is like asking people in Israel to take their pants off. But, okay, now, Joanna. Now, what I would like to demonstrate. This discussion, there are about 100,000 cities in the world with more than 50,000 people. Each one of them would like to become a hub of innovation, a hub of startups, etc. There is now a general trend in all the cities in the world. They would like to become a hub for innovation. But not many of them succeed to do it. And I would like to throw to you few hints. In order to discuss it, to do justice to the topic, we need maybe 2 days. But in one word, creating ecosystem is not an issue of funding. It's not an issue of technology. It's not an issue of high education. It's not an issue of government strategy. It's not an issue of VC. Yes, all these components are needed, but they are not sufficient. To create a real ecosystem for startups, you need a totally change of mindset. You saw on the former Panel, only Peter. Peter, where are you? Peter? Peter the pirate. He already left. Okay, he is done. You know what he's doing. Probably went to work on some code. So he was the only one with a jacket. The young generation think completely different than the old generation. The old generation, I'm a baby boomer, as you can imagine. And speaking about that, all of a sudden Google began to present to me advertisement on Viagra. And I'm asking myself, what do they know other than my age that they began to bombard me with these ads? I hope it's only the age. But nevertheless, we are the baby boomers. And we were raised with the following paradigm. You sell 8 hours per day to your employer. You do what the employer tells you to do. Then you go home, and you use the money you got from the employer to do the things you want, to raise family, to pay for the mortgage, to buy food, to buy health, to buy transportation, to do communication, to do once a year a tour, etc. So we divided 16 hours. We control what we are doing. 8 hours we sold to the employer, and we try to be good soldiers and to do what he told us. Today generation is totally different. Today generation want their work to be part of their lifestyle. If the work is not coherent with their lifestyle, they are not interested. And if you look why Facebook and Google and WeWork were so successful, they were so successful, and they came from nowhere. They came from very small things, but they understood it, and they offered to the most talented, to the best people who understood the internet, to the young people, lifestyle at the workplace. In the beginning, everybody was shocked when they saw the architecture of these companies, but now people begin to live it. So they want a lifestyle which will be suitable for them. They are not motivated, the best of them are not motivated by money. They are motivated by passion. And this is another thing which is very important. The places where you see the successful innovation hub, you will see people which are enthusiastic. In order to be enthusiastic, they want control of what they are doing. They want to get the freedom, and they want to do what they want. And this work only in small groups. Big groups, you have to have discipline, you have to give orders, etc. They don't yield to this kind of thing. And even the most hot companies, when they grow up, they lose some of their shine. So the startup community work on enthusiasm, they work on being nimble, they work on being fast. And the last thing, Jennifer. Jennifer, you could have give all this talk. You know everything which I'm talking about. I'm talking about you, not about anybody else. Why you look to the side? Yeah. Jennifer. This is Jennifer. If you want to know what I say, read her wonderful periodical. I'm not getting any percentage. The Innovator, and she. Not yet, and she will give you all the inside information. Now, another thing which is very important, this is the feeling of joint destiny. The startup communities, to run a startup, it's very difficult. 3 people have to master raising funds, developing a product, selling the product, marketing the product, keeping the customers happy, running the manpower, hiring employees, etc., etc. It's very, very difficult to do by 3 people. So in the places where you have good hubs of innovation, the companies or actually the players are helping each other. You have a community, you have a true community, bottom up, of people of the startup industry which are competing fiercely with each other, but at the same time, they are also helping. each other. If you go to Israel, if you are not helping your competitor when he asks for help, you are not regarded. You stay still, you didn't take your jacket. Don't think I didn't see it. How many people are left with jacket? Maybe 4. You also, because you are financial, you are not a startup, you are a financier. So the startups are helping each other, and you have a social glue of events which are encouraging and empowering and give feeling of security to the young people. You have tools which are operated by the community, like hackathons and unconferences and meetups and many other tools where the players are getting together, helping each other, learning to work with each other. And this community is not being inspired top down, it is bottom up. You have to identify the players at the bottom and encourage them. If you are following this sort of approach, bottom up, genuine leaders, catering to their lifestyle, running the whole thing in an informal way, keeping the units nimble and agile, you will get a good ecosystem. The ecosystem is very important because the startups, the substrate on which the startups are growing, are the ecosystem. One good way, and I will finish it because time is short, one good proxy to see the strength of ecosystems in a certain city, go to the internet, go and search on the Meetup platform. Meetup platform enable people to arrange meetings ad hoc to each topic. Anybody can open a meetup, which meet periodically face-to-face, and people are interested according to topic. Topic can be new mothers, which is, by the way, the most popular meetup topic on the whole meetup platform, or it can be how to pitch your investment and how to code, etc. And look how many members you have on each group at a given city. You will see that in medium-sized city you have like in the hundreds. In the big cities you have in the thousands. If you look to Israel, and let me do a shameless Zionist propaganda, you will see some meetups with 10,000, 8,000, 7,000 members. And the point I'm trying to drive, and I think I will conclude with this comment, and I hope, Steffi, that I will be invited again, in spite of the fact that I was not very polite. I think it's time for West Europe. I'm saying West Europe because in East Europe it looked to me a little bit better to focus on how to empower the young people, not by telling them what to do, but by empowering to do what they think they should do. Again, I don't want to underestimate the importance of large companies. At the end of the day, the big volume of business is done by large companies, but in order to have large companies, you have to start small. And if, as a large company, you are able to cater to the mindset of these users, you are going to grow very fast. If you look into the nature of the unicorns, you will find one common thing. In most of the unicorns, you will have something which cater to the lifestyle of the young generation. Will it be Google or Facebook from 10 or 15 years ago, or the new, or WeWork? It always has to do with the lifestyle of the new generation. This is my observation, and I think this is the key for growth and for creating more startups. Thank you very much.